Go for it. Yeah.
Okay, all in all, like all of the employees, all the staff, all the tasks that you have to do, all of these things that are going on in your life, I don't even know what I'm making for dinner half the time, honestly. How do you keep yourselves organized? Is there one thing that really stands out in your organizational world? Like, is there an app that you're like, oh, that's it? Or if there's, I mean, yes, any advice would be greatly appreciated. Organization.
I fake it.
Love you for saying that.
I am ridiculously scheduled. I just got some. There was something written about me, a day in my life,
I read that.
and I wrote it out. And when I wrote it, I was like, oh my God, like what do I do all day? Every minute of my day is scheduled from the minute I wake up until the minute I go to bed. And when I reconstructed that day, I actually took things out because I was like embarrassed at the number of things I tried to do at once. And then I posted it on Facebook. I'm like, well, look, I was featured or whatever. And the number of people who messaged me were like, you do too much. I have an amazing calendar app, and I live and die by my calendar app. And my husband and I literally do not call each other. We just send calendar invites, and then we decline if my assignment doesn't work, or we accept, and I'm like, what? I'm here. So like he just sent me I'm speaking in New York City one night, and he sent me a calendar invite that he has to fly to Akron, Ohio for a case, and I was like, I just sent him a note back. I'm like, we need to figure this out, and he's like, we'll figure it out. You just figure it out, and I think if I don't get caught up in it. Like, there are many days where I'm wandering the aisles of Trader Joe's, like, what can I buy that will take me 6 minutes to make? And I just can't, it's okay. Like, it's just, you just have to forgive yourself sometimes on those days. But I use a calendar app, and I use this app called Things 3, and I think it's iOS. I don't know if it's Android. I'm a very Mac-centered person. And that actually integrates all my projects, my to-do list, with my calendar. And I can move things all around, and so I can.
Is it an iCalendar that you're working
I use Fantastical too, is my calendar app that I use. I live by it. It's awesome. It integrates every single one, and I use a mail app that allows me to snooze called Newton Mail. That has read receipts built into it, and
So
I
many
snooze.
apps.
Yeah, no, it's a big deal. You don't even understand. I'm very digital. It has read receipts built into it because I need to know when my clients are lying to me that they read something, and I'm like, you read it, I saw. It allows me to snooze. So if someone's like, can you follow up with me in a week? I snooze it, it goes out of my inbox, and it comes back in when I need to follow up. So that is it's an amazing app.
That's Newton Mail?
Newton Mail, it's unbelievable. And I'm purely Mac, so I don't know if it works on other platforms.
What was the first one you said?
It's Things 3 is my to-do list app.
Can we have a little?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastical 2 is my calendar app, and Newton Mail is my mail app.
You're gonna write a post.
I'm not even the one, it's Danielle. My business partner is actually the organized one, if you can believe it. So I am hyper scheduled and hyper to-do list oriented, but it fails all the time.
Yes.
Stuff falls through the cracks. Things, a kid needs a white t-shirt, and I was like, oh, and I'm at Target at midnight trying to find a white t-shirt. Somebody's homework, someone's got a project, they need 100 of something, and I'm like, oh my God, it's okay. And you're not perfect. And there's beauty in the mess, I think, and we laugh hysterically all the time. My kids are crazy, my house is crazy, it is just, but there's love and it's fun, and like we're happy, and sometimes we're not, but it gets done. Like everybody's alive. That's
That's a threshold.
That's my threshold. Everybody's alive and their bellies are full. I don't know with what. I'm not sure with what, but they're full, and it's likely organic. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're really hard on ourselves, like as women, to keep everything together and perfect, and it's just, it can't be.
We don't need to be the mother of the year.
No.
Can't do it all, yeah.
No, you can't.
For sure.
Do you want to?
No.
Oh, it's exhausting.
I live by the cultural exception. I don't know what you're talking about. That's very honestly, I never did one. I must admit that I'm ashamed. I never did one Valentine's Day gift for the classmates. The Easter, the Christmas, the Halloween. I'm like. So you know, and I'm like, and I hide what they get from the other kids because I don't want them to be.
Our kids are on the same. And when people gave Halloween, I was like, oh,
Fine.
Halloween too?
So one chocolate cake once in a while, you know. Like,
oh,
and I bring it back. But yes, I mean, yeah, you make it. You just try to survive. There's weeks where it's pizza after Chipotle. Chipotle is great because second day is also Chipotle. So. That's the lunchbox of the next day. I love Chipotle, and it's right around where I live, so it's perfect. So yeah, but sometimes I will cook something, a ratatouille or something, and then I'm gonna make little boxes and put it in the freezer. So at least I know I give them some real vegetables, and you know that I cook myself, that I chose.
I do the same.
So I balance it. Balance the guilt.
What apps do you use?
No.
Jamie covered all
I
that.
have a lot of apps. I have more. I could go on, but you know, it's not good. You'll see inside the crazy.
I'm old school and I write everything down.
I love that.
See, that's where I'm at right now, and I want to get away from writing everything down because it takes so much of my time to write it all down. And then even if I have like, no joke, I have a dry eraser board in my kitchen, and I'm like, that's so, because my husband, like, he's a droid, I'm an I, so I have that up. I'm like, that's what my schedule is. Like, let's keep on track. But yeah, I mean, I want to get away from the paper. I live in disorganization, but I know where my mess is.
Right.
You know, like, don't move around my stuff. I know exactly where everything is, but I need to get away from that. I need to like be able to delegate, and I don't know. Yes, I'm looking for different apps to use, ways to coordinate things with my staff, ways to expand in a easier way. I mean, I'm small, so it's not like I'm
Trello would be
like
good for
where
you.
you're at. Say again.
Trello. I use Trello with our staff.
What is
Trello?
Trello? Oh, it's actually pretty
thanks
awesome.
for
It's amazing.
TRELLO.
I use it for everything in my life.
Yeah, Trello's pretty good.
I
And
do
it's
with my
pro-
husband. It's like, where's the board? We're selling our place. This is all the things you need to do.
It's good.
You're all the things. This is that. It's like a board. You just put on like lists, to-do lists.
I literally talk to no one about my podcast. We just put stuff in Trello and it gets done, and then there's a podcast.
That's a very
It's
good.
like the best thing ever.
There's meetings on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay,
project management.
we'll try
Yeah.
it.
It's a good
Oh.
one. Trello's really for staff.
Okay.
Trello doesn't work for me intuitively. My brain doesn't work the way Trello works, and it's also very personal.
But
Like,
you use it.
what I have to because Danielle forces me, my business partner, and it works for the projects. It does. I don't love it, but it works. A lot of people love it, and it works really well. It just depends. You gotta figure out how your brain works.
Yeah.
Like everybody's brain sort of works differently, and so I've spent more money on apps, and I'm just that's like what are
Right,
you
it's
buying?
crazy.
Like, I have to organize myself.
They're
Yeah.
so expensive,
Trello's free.
and then you have the monthly fees, and then the
Trello's
yearly
free.
fees, and
Look at that one.
Yeah.
That would be good for your
I'll
staff,
check
for like
that.
projects with your staff.
cool. Thank you.
I'll be in between. I don't have apps. I use Google Calendar and then this thing called Reminders, which is amazing. It follows you until you finish your reminder.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, so so if you open my app, my Google Calendar, like there's reminders like things to do today. If I don't do it today, it follows you to the next day until you check done. And I just had a conversation earlier, I think, with somebody like Lisa. She's like, I have so many projects, they don't get done. I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, so I break my project into like small tasks, so I can keep checking up as done because it gives me personal satisfaction. Because I'm like,
I love checking the box. Oh, it's the best.
so I use Google Calendar, and then in terms of my staff, I don't manage a lot of hourly things because that's up to my directors, and they have a time management system. It's called Run Sandbox. It's more a daycare software. But then in terms of my management team, we set time aside once a month, every month, to meet for an hour virtually. We use Google Hangouts because everyone's on the Gmail platform. I never liked Outlook. I'm a, you know, even when I was in corporate, I was like, this sucks. This looks like from the 1980s. So we never used Outlook, so we're all like Gmail-based, supported, you know, ChrestHillAcademy.com. So we do once a month meetings. And then to keep them on task, I send them calendar invites, and I send like, on like due date, say June 9th, 2018, I'll send like reminders, because in calendar can be like, remind them in 2 weeks before, remind 4 weeks before, remind them an hour before, and make them accept everything. So I'll ping them, be like, reminder, you owe Christina this, you owe Christina that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so e-bites, like Gmail e-bites.
Can I say one thing? I don't belong here, period. I'm Stacy's friend, I'm from the Midwest, so I definitely
Is your mom and you run a business?
I'm a mom and I run a business, and all of you seem like you have young kids, and it's awesome. And I want to say on the other side, I've owned 2 businesses over the last 25 years. I just married off a kid. They learn so much from watching you kick ass and don't feel guilty. I worked my tail off while they were growing up. And they're fine. And now I watched my son, he graduated, he got a big job, he moved to Denver. My kids work so hard, and they learn that. They learn by example, and they're not mad at me. Yeah, my 16-year-old, she's still going to New Jersey for what? But she knows, you know, they know, they do. So the mom guilt doesn't go away, and they learn to pull those strings on you. So be aware of that, because they start to play on mom guilt themselves. So, but you guys are doing awesome.
Thank you.
You will survive, and they will be better for it.
Awesome, thank you. So that's a fantastic way to close. Thank you, Lisa. So we are a little past the hour. Oh, did someone want to?
Oh no, we were saying we're just freezing.
Oh, yeah, it goes on and on.
Kick us out like that, no?
Yeah. So I just wanted to say thank you very much to everyone for coming. I hope you enjoyed the event. Thank you to the panelists for all of their excellent and extremely helpful information, and for being sponsors also. So they helped sponsor the event with the goodies that you see in the back, and also in the swag bags. Also special mention to Mission 50, who is hosting the space, and to Little Hoboken for adding a Little Hoboken card into everyone's bag. If you use the card at Mission 50, there's a discount. So for anyone that doesn't know. Yeah.
And if you already have one, give it to a friend that doesn't.
Yeah. So if you don't know about the space, there is an open office area upstairs on the, I think, 4th floor or penthouse or something. And then there are also closed offices, but for entrepreneurs, it's a good, like, they have a touchdown space that you can come, you know, periodically to use. If you do ever come, mention that you're part of the group. And I think that's about it. So I want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for being a part of this group. I love you and appreciate you all. Trust me from the bottom of my heart. So thank you very much for supporting this, and